I was told Arian Smith can't catch. I heard that. You heard that. Every scout that was looking at him coming out of Georgia in this year's draft said that he had a dropping issue. And yes, the numbers backed that up. He had 817 total yards. I think it was 58.4 yards per game, 4 touchdowns in the SEC last season, but he also dropped 10 passes. And that made him have the worst drop rate, I think, of any wide receiver coming into the draft. That was a big deal, but the Jets saw something in him that no one else did, and I think that's his speed. 4.36, I think it was 40. If any DB climbs up on him at the line and there's no safety help, he's just going to run right past him, and Justin Fields is going to throw up a go ball. It's that simple. He's that quick. He can beat anybody off the line. Now, Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic has an article today talking about all the things that Arian Smith is doing to try and fix this dropping issue that he has. Apparently, it is a distraction issue. I don't know how that's a distraction issue. I don't know how you can't be more focused on catching the ball, but apparently he's not focusing enough while the ball is in the air. It's not Arian is saying it's not a mechanics thing. It's a issue where the ball is coming and he's thinking of what he's going to do next, where he may get hit from, whatever it is. He's just not focusing. And he's wearing these strobe goggles. I've never heard of this before. Maybe you guys had. I tried Googling it, and you get everything from, bifocals to glasses with different color lenses to even the weird New Year's Eve glasses where they have like the year across the eyes. You get the weird ones with like the shades or the visors coming down on them. Everything under the sun pops up when you type in strobe goggles. Either way, whatever they're doing, they're helping him focus on the ball while it's in the air. There's a quote. There's a quote down here where he says, when you put them on, they like mess up your vision. Smith said, well, maybe not mess up your vision, but it makes it harder to see. It messes up your focus. So if I'm looking at something, it makes it hard to focus on it. It messes with my eyes. It gives me a distraction. I feel like it helps. There are other methods Smith has learned since joining the Jets organization. Like one, he lays on his back and is given a ball with letters on it. And as he tosses the ball in the air, he is supposed to call out the letters he sees and use his eyes to stretch my peripherals, he said. This is a perfect example of coaching, of guys, of Aaron Glenn putting in people that know how to make players better. We never heard of, at least in my 30 plus years of watching football, I've never heard of any sort of drills like this for a wide receiver to help him focus on the ball and help him catch. Every day after practice, Smith first hits the jugs machine, lifts weights, then he turns to science. Smith will wear strobe goggles to work on his focus as he attempts to catch passes. The lighting on the goggles flicker, switching between clear and opaque, and in the process, removing visuals from Smith's eyesight and thus focusing him to process things in the moment faster and to focus on one thing he needs to focus on, catching the ball. The idea is to train the brain to ignore outside stimuli and to laser in on the things that matter. If this kid can figure out his dropping issues and consistently catch the ball, he's going to be a problem, especially with his speed. I'm not quite sure about his route running abilities. I did see some reports that he actually has a pretty good route tree, and he's making some of the cornerbacks in camp look very flat-footed when he makes his cuts. We're not going to know till live bullets start firing in games. He's one of the guys I'm going to be looking out for tomorrow in the first preseason game against the Packers. I really want to see how he plays. But if he can figure this out, he's going to be a problem for defenses, especially with Garrett Wilson on the other side. Garrett Wilson is a textbook route runner and has the best hands on the team, clearly. And right now, wide receiver 2 is a toss-up between Lazard and Josh Reynolds. If Arian Smith can figure out how to catch the ball consistently, he can very easily, halfway through the season, become our wide receiver 3, even possibly be wide receiver 2. Can you imagine a team? It's been so long since a fourth rounder actually contributed in a positive way for this team. If he can figure this out, this first draft by Muji may be one of the best ones we've seen in a really long time. This offense could be something special. Everybody's got to stay healthy, and there's certainly work to be done. But between Garrett Wilson, this kid, Mason Taylor, who's banged up right now, Brees Hall, if the offensive line stays healthy, we could see something really special happen with this offense, and I'm excited to see it. I really am. This kid has a ton of potential. 817 yards in the SEC in his senior year is a big deal. I think that bodes well for him. The only reason why he slipped down to the fourth round was because of this drop issue. If you can figure it out, he's going to be a weapon. Let me know what you guys think.